Hello friends, in chapter number 12 electricity we go through another topic. It is called resistivity. Electrical resistivity of a material and state SI unit and define it. As per our theory, we already know the resistance of a conductor is depend on its length and depends on its length small l and area of a cross section. So we write in the formula R is proportional to L and it is inverted with the cross section. So we write R is proportional to 1 upon A. We write two formula with 1 and 2 combinedly. So R is directly proportional to L upon A. If we write constant to remove the sign of proportional, R is equal to rho into L upon A. Here rho is the constant, rho is the constant for resistivity of a resistance. If we make a subject rho is equal to R into A upon L. Now we find the unit, SI unit of rho. Rho is equal, first we take SI unit of resistance, then we write SI unit of cross section of a given area upon length. So we already know the SI unit of resistance is ohm. SI unit of cross section in a given conductor is meter square and SI unit of length is meter. Meter cancel, 1 meter cancel. So we find rho into meter. We write it rho, ohm, ohm into meter. We called it resistivity rho, rho. So the SI unit of rho is equal to ohm into meter. If the resistivity is always constant, if the area is 1 unit and the length is also 1 unit, so rho is directly equal to resistance. So the SI unit is ohm into meter. Resistivity of a resistance. Now we go through another question. Electric resistivity is a characteristic property of the material. Explain it. Metals and alloys have low resistivities. Here we remember some digits. 10 raised to minus 18 ohm into meter to 10 raised to minus 6 ohm into meter. So we called it good conductor of electricity is low resistance and poor conductor of electricity have high resistance. Insulators, we already take the difference between insulator and conductor in last session. Insulators like rubber and glass have the resistivity is 10 raised to 12 ohm into meter to 10 raised to 17 ohm into meter. Poor, so they are called poor conductor. High resistivity poor conductor, low resistivity good conductor. Copper and aluminum like has the low resistivity, so they are called good conductors. And in electric supply, the wire of copper and aluminum can be used for this reason. Alloys like nichrome and tungstens have high resistivity, so they are called pure metals. Semiconductors like silicon and germanium, the symbol of silicon is Si and germanium is Je. Germanium and silicon have the resistivity between conductor and insulator. When the resistivity between conductor and insulator, it is called semiconductor. So the example of semiconductors are Si and Ge, silicon and germanium. When decrease on increased temperature, when temperature increase, the resistivity is decrease of silicon and germanium. So the electric resistivity is a characteristic property of material. It depends on resistivity, resistance and resistivity. Factors on which the resistivity of a material depends. We already know the resistivity of the material first of all depends on the nature of material, first it depends on nature or type of the material, then it depends on temperature, including in the material, and something like depends on pressure, exerted on the small extent. There are three factors: nature or type of material, it is depend on temperature, or in some amount pressure exerted on the small extent. Electrical resistivity SI unit. Electrical resistivity is a characteristic property of the material and factors on which resistivity of the material depends. Let's go through one question related to resistance and resistivity. If the conductor length is small l and resistance is capital R, when it stretching uniformly, the length is converted into n into L. So what will be the new resistance? Let's write. Let's find it. The question is like example. The length of wire is small l and resistance is capital R. When it stretching, the new resistance will like new length with L dash is equal to N into L, and something like resistance is R dash. New resistance. New length is L dash is equal to N into L, and resistance is R dash because resistance is constant. We already know the formula. A into L is equal to A into L dash. Put the values. AL is equal to, here we write A dash into L, the L is equal to N into L. Both sides L will be cancelled, so A is equal to A dash into L. Here we make the subject, if we make the subject A dash is equal to A into A upon N. We know the formula of resistance. Resistance R is equal to rho into L upon A, which already we find in this session. So R is equal to A upon L upon A, rho into L upon A, and new resistance R dash is equal to rho into L dash upon A dash. Put the values of L dash and A dash. Rho into N into L upon A dash means A upon N. Here we know the first we write all constant in same direction. R dash is equal to rho into L upon A. So, in N in upper, in lower, and then lower, we make the square of N into N. But we know rho into L upon A is equal to R, which already find in previous formulas. So R dash is equal to R into N means N square. Here N can be go in the upper side and N into N. So r dash is equal to n square r. When the length will be, the formula says us that when the length will be double, the resistance will be double. If the length will be twice, 2 times, the resistance will be 4 times. If the length will double, the resistance is always double. Next, go to next question. The question says us that on what factors does the resistance of a conductor depends? We already know the formula, and we already know the resistance of a conductor depends mainly 2 factors. First of length of the conductor, because capital R is proportional L. It also depends on cross section of area, but it depends inversely cross section of area, because R is proportional 1 upon A. In other cases, it depends on nature of the material and temperature. Factors resistance of conductors depend on mainly 2 factors, and in subsidiary in nature of material and temperature. Let's go through next question. The question says us that let the will current can flow more easily through a thick wire or a thin wire of the same material when conducted to the same source. Why? Simply, we already know the thick wire have the good conductor, because the resistance is inversely proportional to cross section of area. So cross section of area of thick wire is low, so it can be good conductor, and in comparison of thin thick wire, thin wire is poor conductor. Simply we write it easily answers. Let's go through another question. The question says us that let the resistance of an electric component remain constant while the potential difference across the 2 ends of the component decreases to half of its former value. What change will occur in the current. Here I can write in some words. You have to write in full sentences because you already have textbook. So a question is quite lengthy, but answer is very easy. When electric potential of the component is half the electric potential of component is directly proportional to electric current according to Ohm's law. It will be I is proportional to V. Electric potential is directly proportional to electric current. I is directly proportional to electric potential. So, when electric potential will be half, when electric potential of the component will be half, naturally the electric current is half because it's directly proportional to electric components. In electric components, electric potential is directly component to directly proportional to electric current. When electric potential is half, the current will also half. Which have the good conductivity, iron or mercury, and what is the best conductor? We give the answer using table number 12.2, which is given in textbook. Here we already discussed in last time. We can't remember whole the table, but we remember 2 to 3 resistivities which will be asked in the examples. So using the table we remember 3 resistivities. Using the table, the resistivity of iron is 10.0 into 10 raised to minus 8 ohm into meter, and the resistivity of mercury is 94.0 into 10 raised to minus 8 ohm into meter. So we already know when resistivity is low, it is good conductor. When resistivity is high, it is poor conductor. In these values, depending on these values, the iron is good conductor because it has low resistivity in compared to mercury. Let's go through B. First we write A and B. In the information giving on the table, what is the best conductor. In tables we have the low resistivity of 1.60 into 10 raised to minus 18 ohm into meter. So the resistivity is 1.60 ohm into meter is silver, and silver has very low resistivity, so it will be best conductor, because the resistivity, when the resistivity is high, the conductor is poor conductor, the resistivity is low, it will be the higher conductor. Resistivity low, so it compared to best conductor. Silver has very low resistivity, lower resistivity, in compared to other components, so it will be best conductor. So in this session we discuss, we learn about resistivity. In last section we study about resistance and resistivity.